It's a moment for teens. Teens matter.
Things matter.
Hello, welcome to today's episode on Teens Matter. We're going to be talking strictly on a very strategic topic, and I have one of my teenagers in this studio. But before we proceed, I would like to give you a hint on the vision behind Teens Matter. And what is that vision? That vision is to communicate to every parent for them to be able to know that every teenager has every right to communicate with them. There is something the teenagers keep to themselves just because they feel they have grown. They're no longer little children that when everything happens, they come back to give you feedback. That means you have to create a strategy that will make them to be open like the child they are, because at this point they're feeling like an adult. They're feeling like I don't need to communicate everything to my parents or to my guardian. They don't need to know everything. And before you know it, they will take a decision that will ruin their life, even when mistakes are on their way. Now, to every teenager who feels, I am now an adult, I am no longer a child. You know the sense of joining secondary school and you start to associate yourself like a big boy and a big girl. You don't want to be loyal. You don't want to communicate like a child anymore. And when you are being treated like such, you feel bad. At the end of these things matter, we'll begin to know what are those things that we find difficult to communicate. What are those things that we need to say out? And as a parent, we'll be able to know how to help our teenagers out. We don't want them to make mistakes. None of our teenagers will commit suicide. None of our teenagers will make the wrong decision of their life. Sit tight, let's have one of our teenagers who is here to interact with us and give us what we need to know. I told you from onset that we're going to host several of our teenagers as much as we can so that we'll be able to take a review. Please relax. You're going to enjoy today's episode on Teens Matter. Do you need a quality and professional printing services or exceptional photo enlargement and photo frames? Master Technologies is the answer. Master Technologies, your number one stop shop for all printing services with exceptional quality in photo enlargement, photo frames, customized t-shirt, cap, and many more. To exceed the customer's expectations is our topmost priority. You can locate us at 38 Abriba Street by Ibeku Road, Umahia, Abia State. Numbers to call are 0805 212 6557, 0805 212 6557, or 0913 382 4216. Master Technologies gives you a touch of quality and professionalism. It's a moment for teens. Teens matter.
Things matter.
Let's welcome our wonderful guest who is here in the studio. You're welcome to Vision Savers TV on today's series, Teens Matter. It's my pleasure to have you here as the best teenager ever. I would like you to introduce yourself to everyone viewing us right now.
Greetings, my name is Chukson Moses. I'm glad to be here.
You're welcome. It's really an honor to host you in today's series on Teens Matter.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Alright, before we proceed, I believe you are still a teenager.
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
I'm 16 years.
You're 16. You are the prime of teenage age. Just 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, at the middle, at the hot edge. Okay, now that you are 16 years and you're feeling you're a teenager, it's obvious to you that you're a teenager. How are you feeling as a teenager?
I feel that I have arrived at the age of life and at the stage of life.
Okay, that's you've arrived.
Yes, ma'am.
What class are you in now?
SS3.
SS3. That's the big, those ones that can flog students. Do you have any posts?
Yes, ma'am.
What post?
I'm the chapel prefect.
The chapel. Hi, that's those ones that can sing him very well. As in, I can picture those days we were in school. Now that you are a teenager and you are at this stage of your life, I want to know, you feel you've arrived. You feel, in fact, sometimes you feel as if you're an adult. You can take decisions on your own. The way you communicate with your peers, is it the same way you communicate with your parents?
No,
Why?
the way I communicate to my parents is different to the way I communicate to my friends because one, my parents I can't open up to them because if I have boyfriend or girlfriend, most especially girlfriends, I can't open up to them so that they will not say, Moses have spoiled, Moses my child, this is not Moses that I know. So I can open up to my friends because they know what's up. We normally use WhatsApp. They
Do you
know all those
understand?
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are in
Yeah,
it.
they are unique to me than my parents. I might talk to my mom, I have a new girlfriend. Mom will say, wow, Moses, you are spoiled. She will start shouting, Moses, 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 all those things. That's why I don't open up to my parents. Than I open up to my friends because if I tell my friends that I have a girl, they will tell me more about how to talk to the girl, all the lovely ways that I will use to the girl.
Okay, now I understand what you're saying. You can see the way I'm laughing because like I said, I was also a teenager, and this section you just mentioned now are strategic to us because we don't like to open it up because parents will always see it. It might just be that you communicate with the girl, not that you've done anything wrong, because this is our exuberant age, and they will conclude you. Jason, they'll conclude you. I understand. I'm in your shoes. I know what they're saying. It's a moment for teens. Teens matter.
Things matter.
So, but don't you think that those ones that you communicate to more, your peers that understand what's up, what if what they are giving to you are not the right information?
Normally, what they give to me is not the right information.
How do you know?
Because one day I've been into one relationship and my friends, what they'll be telling me is with the girl and leave the girl. And within me, because I'm a children teacher,
Mm.
I don't have the heart to do such. They'll be telling me I don't know what's up, I don't know what's up. I'll tell them leave me, it's my life, I have my life to live. But some of my friends will tell me that the girl will eat my money
And
and
run away.
run away, all those things. I will say,
Okay, I have something to do. It's a moment for teens. Teens matter.
Things matter.
I understand. I'm not trying to cut you off, but do you know that they think that feeling of you not feeling that feeling of you are not up to the standard, but because you didn't adhere to what they said. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you didn't do what they asked you to do. These are the things that I want to highlight because if you took their instruction, you want to belong, because if you must belong to that clique, you must be able to do that. You become a womanizer. You start doing use and dump, and most of the ladies around you will be spoiled. Possibly they are also teenagers like you. Is it not? Was the girl older than you?
no,
She's also among your peers. Now, did you ever mention it to your parents?
no,
You did not.
because if I open up to my parents, like I said,
Mm.
they will shout at me, Moses, Moses. So they can tell the reverend in my
In the
church and say,
church.
Moses, Sunday school teacher, has spoiled all those things. So that's why I can't open up to my parents.
Okay. Now, aside the area of having a friend, I believe now you are in necessary. Do you still have see reasons to keep ladies girlfriend, like
No,
you said?
no,
Why?
because I have to focus on my study.
Okay.
Because girlfriend now, as a teenager, I don't need such. I'm supposed to further my education because if you focus in girlfriend and boyfriend stuff, you to add your knowledge, your brain, your everything
You
about
start having
you. Yes,
emotional
challenge
instability because by
about
the time
girls
the
and
girl break
boys.
your heart.
Yes, you start crying. Like so many girls in my class and so many guys in my class, they are in pains because their girlfriend they broke up with their girlfriend. Some might start drinking alcohol. Some will be smoking. Some will be doing all sorts of things because they broke up with their boyfriend and girlfriend, which is not bad. That's why I said no. Let me focus on my study. my study
What
first.
inspired you to that you got to know? What was that thing that made you to know that you don't need to keep such at this point?
Because when I entered Ibeko High School JSS3, I have an encounter with SU. So
Okay,
I
the
gave my
scripture
life to,
union.
yes, Spiritual Union. I gave my life to Christ there. I said no, I have to be a new creation. I have to give my life to Christ. Then I gave my life to Christ. I dropped all relationship. I said no, let me focus on my study because there they said put God first. Every other thing will be added unto you.
Oh, that's
That's
my
my
best
word.
scripture,
That's
Matthew six thirty
Yes,
three.
that's my word, and I keep on moving in the word. I say, God, I'll put you first before every other thing. Some girls will be coming, I like you. I said, no, because you don't like me. You are there to spoil my image.
Yeah.
Because you don't like me the way God loves me. Because you can't die for me. Jesus died for me.
I
That's
can die
why.
for you.
Well,
All
you can't
right.
die for me because nobody
Really?
can even die for someone. The person said, no,
Yeah.
you have to carry your cross. That's the word
Yeah.
they normally use. Carry your cross, carry your cross. So you can't die for me. It's not even your child. Nobody can die for its child.
Mm,
But Jesus died for us to be saved. Some might say, they have not given birth to me when Jesus died.
mm.
But no, Jesus died for our sin, for us to be saved.
Yes, you're right. I really love your courage and what you're just saying now, and I really bless God that you had that an encounter because this age you already had an experience of girlfriend. It's capable of ruining your whole destiny. It's a moment for teens. Teens matter.
Things matter.
Now that you are in Christ, you know everything. There is also one thing I also want to inculcate to you, which will help every other teenager you encounter. Despite the shout that our parents shout, those shouts has a way of preserving us. Only that sometimes we parents don't know the right way to communicate because we want a preventive measure. We want to preserve the child. We want to help this child not to make mistake, but not knowing that shouting is like where you spread a corn
Yes,
for
to expose
birds
it for
for
like
birds and they are coming to take those corns and you shouted, they will flee away despite that your shout has is not for them to fly. So I love that you have encountered Christ and you're living the best life, and everyone that comes across you today will have a good testimony to give. All right, thank you. To every teenager and every parent watching, I believe you got value from Moses today. He was being sincere that he don't like telling his parents because they will shout. That shout is not really for his harm. They meant well. If I'm in the heart of the parent, they meant well. But just that they use the wrong approach. You need to study the right approach to use for every child around you. Remember, the way you handle your first child may not be the same way the second child will because they have different mode of understanding. I believe wherever you are, you have questions. Don't forget to put it on the comment section. I need to hear you out. And if you want to be hosted in this TV series, you're welcome. Just call the number below. We'll give you a schedule. This series will expose a lot and will help our families to bond again. Thank you, Moses, for being sincere, for opening up. I really appreciate you for coming. I believe that by the time we encounter you next time or we meet again, either in this studio or outside the world, you must have achieved success. Keep to your good work and keep to holding to Jesus. Don't forget, friends, associations can make or mar you. So keep good friends. Thank you for coming to Vision Savers
thank
TV.
you, ma.
Don't forget to click on the subscribe button. It's free. Like and share. Get every teenagers around you to be part of Teens Matter. It's going to be awesome. For every week, every episode, every section is going to be remarking. Thank you so much for staying tuned to this point. We'll be glad to have you next time. It's a moment for teens. Teens Matter.
Things matter.
Vision Savers, we are the light of the world.